Good day, FINMA University of Iloilo ROTC Cadets. Our subject for today is Basic Military Correspondence under the Military Science 2 in our new progressive ROTC program of instruction. Before we proceed to the subject content, allow me to introduce myself. I am Master Sergeant Larry Navarro Baticos, IL-R03-000119 Infantry Philippine Army Reserve. Currently the Tactical NCO of Alpha Company 2nd Battalion, a proud pioneering class of National Service Training Program, Reserve Officer Training Corps, Class 01-2003 in Central Philippine University ROTC Unit. I was enlisted in the Reserve Force on 14 March 2003 with the rank of Private and got promoted to the next higher grades until I reached Master Sergeant on 16 October 2021. My significant military schoolings are the NSTP ROTC course Class 01-2003 and Advanced ROTC course Class 2005 at Central Philippine University ROTC Unit, the Infantry NCO Basic Course Class 605-2019 at 3rd Army Training Group, Training and Doctrine Command, Philippine Army, Cebu City. Then the Public Affairs Course Class 35-2018 at Civil Military Operations School, Civil Military Operations Regiment, Philippine Army, Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City. Urban Sniping, Counter-Sniping Training, Army Soldiers Combat Skills Enhancement Training, and the CIMO Competency Training at Division Training School, 3rd Infantry Spearhead Division, Philippine Army, Camp Peralta, Hamindan, Capiz. Lastly is the Infantry NCO Advanced Course at Visayas RB Training Group, Training and Doctrine Command, Philippine Army. I was selected as the president of the class and one of the top students who received an Academic Excellence Award with no failing grade and having an outstanding minimum grade of 96%, awarded by the Group Commander of the Visayas Army Training Group. Currently, I am the Company First Sergeant of Headquarters Service Company, 6th Offered Ready Reserve Infantry Kaupod Battalion. Classroom rules are not applicable since this is a pre-recorded lecture. So let's proceed for our safety precaution. Let's just follow the fire, earthquake, storm, or blackout drills as instructed in your previous classes. The reference of our subject is the Armed Forces of the Philippines Military Correspondence Book 2017 edition. For our learning objectives, at the end of the lecture, the students will be able to construct a basic military letter, or known as the subject to letter, or STL, as this is commonly used format in our level. Scope of presentation: number 1 is the definition. Number 2, characteristics of correspondence. Number 3 is the basic military correspondence, concentrating on the military letter or the subject to letter. Our first topic is the definition, where we define what is correspondence and the military correspondence. Based on our definition, correspondence is a written communication which conveys information and ideas to the reader or addressee. In this process, rapport is established between the writer and the reader. This is where the writer establishes a harmonious relationship to the reader or addressee through a written or typed document. Military correspondence is a military communication that concerns almost every subject, composed mostly of letters, endorsements, and messages. This type of communication addresses the reader directly on what he or she would like the reader to know about the content of the message. There are 4 characteristics of correspondence. Number 1 is the accuracy. This information cited in a letter must be factual. The sincerity of the purpose is based on the statement of true facts. It should be a reliable source in order for the writer to inform the reader about the events. Number 2, letter must be brief, kept short as possible, but must contain important details prepared in logical order, leaving no doubts or question for the mind to imagine. In short, the content of the letter must be direct to the point in an orderly manner. Number 3 is clarity. Denotes easy understanding. The words are simple and common to the reader. We avoid using jargons or rarely used synonyms, as the purpose of the letter is to transmit the meaning of the message. Lengthy correspondence confuses and makes the writer as well as the reader to lose track of the substance of the letter. At times, it is too short or telegraphic that the idea being conveyed is not well understood. It is important to include the what, when, where, why, and how in the letter in order for the reader to understand the content of the letter. Last is number 4, dignity. Written communications must command respect and should reflect authority. It is wise to let the reader picture a pleasant, cheerful, helpful, and courteous writer. Let us proceed to the basic military correspondence. Military letter or STL. It is defined as the accepted format in corresponding with other commands both on and off the post, addressed to the commander of higher headquarters or to the subordinate units. As much as practicable, the body should be short enough to fit the 2 pages. The purpose of this format is used for the correspondence with the major services as well as the Armed Forces of the Philippines Wide Service Support Units or the Unified Commands. It also includes our level in the ROTC. The style, it is dignified, direct and accurate. The tone is formal and courteous. Nicknames are avoided. The size of the paper is the A4 or the 8.27 inches by 11.69 inches. Font and font size is Arial 12. In the margin, the top margin should be 0.75 inch from the top edge of the paper, and on the left it should be 1.25 inch. On the right should be 0.75 inch, and the bottom should have a margin of 1.25 inch. The heading and address is in the upper third of the sheet of the paper. The body of the letter should be on the lower 2/3 of the sheet, and the complementary ending, it follows the body of the letter. The 3 main elements of a letter. Number 1, heading. All of the materials or information above the first line of the body comprise the heading. Number 2 is the body. The message itself, the substance of the letter, written in single spacing except when less than 9 lines where double spacing is used. The first line of the body of the letter begins on the 5th line below the address. Number 3, complementary ending. This refers to the information located below the last paragraph of the body. Parts of the heading. Number 1 is the letterhead or office of origin. Normally consists of 3 lines. For example, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, is written in capital letters. Name of the initiating command, office, installation, or unit, and address of the initiating organization in the 3rd line. In our level, so first we have the headquarters on the 1st line in capital letters with a space between the letter. The 2nd line is the unit. For example, FINMA University of Iloilo ROTC unit, where it is also in capital letter and in bold form. The 3rd line is the supervising and the higher headquarters unit. For example, is the 604th Community Defense Center, 6th Regional Community Defense Group, Reserve Command, Philippine Army. And the 4th line is the address of the unit. For example, Rizal Street, Iloilo City. Number 2 is the file reference. Placed on the left margin, 2 spaces below the letterhead in line with the date. It consists of the originating office. For example, in our unit, the file reference is FINMA UI ROTC X. Number 3 is the date. The date should follow the day, month, and year format. Abbreviation is not authorized. When stamps are used, the date is not entered until the letter is signed. For example, 10 March 2025. Number 4, the subject. It should be written in a few words and as much as possible, not to exceed 10 words, written in bold text, and type 2 spaces below the file reference. When the subject extends to 2 lines, the second line is blocked under the first letter of the first word. For example, subject is request letter for absent. Number 5 is channels. Through and to begin on the 4th line below the preceding item. It is used when the correspondence is routed through an intermediate command, unit, or office. Number 6, address of the recipient. Place at the left margin of the 4th line below the last word of the subject. It is addressed to the commanding general, commander, commanding officer, or head, chief of office. And last is the attention address. To speed routing correspondence may be addressed to the individual either by reference to his or her name or by the use of an office designation. It is written in bold text. For example, ROTC Commandant, FINMA UI ROTC Unit, Rizal Street, Iloilo City, Attention, Personnel Officer. Another example is Colonel Rolando D. Palomar, Ordnance Service, General Staff Corps, Philippine Army, retired, ROTC Commandant, FINMA UI ROTC Unit, Post, Attention, Personnel Officer. As you can see in the illustration, there are 2 addressee format which is acceptable. In the upper illustration, if the first line is addressed to the ROTC Commandant, the second line will be the unit. On the lower illustration, if the line is addressed to the full name of the receiver, the second line will be his or her designation, followed by his or her unit. On the third line of the upper illustration, address applies when the sender is sending the letter if he or she is located in a different address. On the other hand, if both sender and receiver are in the same address, the word post is indicated. Now let's proceed to the body. Number 1 is the references. It must be specific and fully identified. It should be arranged based on the order of hierarchy of importance. If the references are the same, it will be based from the most recent published policies. Example number 1, according to importance. Letter A, 1987 Constitution. Letter B, Republic Act 9225, dated 28 July 2003. Letter C, Presidential Decree 1638, dated 10 September 1979. Letter D, Executive Order 264, dated 25 July 1987. Letter E, AFP Regulations 200-054, dated 22 September 2014. Letter F, Circular Number 3, dated 11 September 2014. Letter G, SOP Number 1, dated 13 January 2014. Letter H, Letter Directive Number 21, dated 01 September 2014. And letter I, AFP Regulations Manual Series 2014. The example number 2, if it is in the same category, letter A, Circular Number 2, dated 2 October 2017. Letter B, Circular Number 1, dated 27 July 2015. Letter C, Circular Number 3, dated 15 January 2011. As you can observe here in our illustration, you can see that letter A is the latest in the same category. Number 2, date and time. Prepared communications to be sent within the Philippines does not need to indicate the letter H in writing a specified time. H does not represent hours, but a time zone designated, Greenwich Mean Time or GMT +8 of the Philippines. However, when sending communication outside the Philippines, H should be indicated. So for example, 10 0900 January 2017 if it is within the Philippines. And the other example is 10-0900H January 2017 if it is sent outside the Philippines. Number 3 is the paragraphing numbering. For purposes of uniformity, the manuscript or text should adopt the following numbering style as universally accepted format. When there are 2 or more paragraphs, they will be numbered consecutively and its subparagraphs will be lettered. When a letter consists of only one paragraph, it will not be numbered. However, if there will be subparagraphs, the subparagraphs will be lettered. Paragraphs with subdivisions are illustrated. Paragraphs with subdivisions are illustrated in this manner. Number 4, abbreviations. A military letter allows abbreviations which are generally accepted in the AFP. They are generally written without spacing or periods. If the full name is used, the abbreviated rank is permissible. For example, Colonel Rolando D. Palomar. The rank Colonel is abbreviated in 3 letters. A family name only, the rank is spelled out. For example, Colonel Palomar. The rank of a Commodore or that of a full-fledged general is not abbreviated. Complementary ending. Command or authority line. It is typed in capital and bold letters, which begins at the second line below the first letter of the first word of the last line or sentence. Abbreviations are not used. An authority line will be shown when the correspondence is signed for the commander or head of a command or office by an individual authorized to do so. This reflects the fact that the communication is an expression of the will of the commander or head of office. This line is omitted when the correspondence has the personal signature of the head of the command or office. Types of authority line. Letter A, general officer with command function, authority to command troops, and addressed to a member of their command. So number 1, by command of General Bartile. Number 2, by command of Major General Basa. Letter B, if not addressed to a member of their command. Number 1, for the commanding general. Number 2, for the commander. Letter C, general officer issuing memoranda addressed to their personnel. Number 1, by direction of the Deputy Chief of Staff. Number 2, by direction of the Adjutant General. Letter D, for an officer below the grade of Brigadier General addressed to a member of their command, for example, by order of Colonel Palomar. If not addressed to a member of an officer's command, example is for the commanding officer. For a branch, section, division chief, in behalf of a staff who is addressing an individual in another part of the armed forces, example is for the staff judge advocate. Note, for the communications approved by the Chief of Staff AFP and addressed to their command, the command line will be by command of General Bartile, while for the AFP communications addressed outside the AFP, the command line will be for the Chief of Staff AFP. A staff officer may sign under the command line by order of Colonel Palomar or by command of Brigadier General Cum Laude, only when authorized by their commander. Number 2, signature. First is the contents. Signature contains the first name, middle initial, and the family name. The name is typed, stamped, or printed in capital letters and in bold text. The officer's grade, branch of service, and title. Double signature is avoided. Instead, designated individuals may affix their signature and add the word "for" or F in front of the type name. Placement. The typewritten portion of the signature is in block style and placed 5 lines below the command line or the body. The front letter begins 1 space from the center to the right. Form. Block style and open punctuation are used. This means placing the first letter of the grade and title directly under the typewritten signature. abbreviation of grade, arm of service, and the title may be used except those with the rank of colonel and above. If the rank is abbreviated, the letters are capitalized. Example of signature block: GSC or General Staff Corps eligible and designated to a command position. The first line is the name, Rory M. Velo, and the second line is Colonel, Infantry General Staff Corps, Philippine Army, and the third line is Commanding Officer. And the second example, Lolito S. Bernal, Lieutenant Colonel, Infantry General Staff Corps, Philippine Army, Commanding Officer, 203rd Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division. For GSC or General Staff Corps eligible and designated to a staff position, example is Jovito L. Cruz, Colonel, General Staff Corps, Infantry, Philippine Army, Assistant Chief of Staff for Operations, G3. The difference between a command position and a staff position GSC eligible is that the command position GSC is placed before the Philippine Army and an open and closed parenthesis, while the staff position, the GSC, is placed after his or her rank and the AFP occupational service are in open and closed parentheses. For General Staff Corps and Master in National Security Administration eligible, for example, Maria Lea O. Moraga, Colonel, MNSA, PA, Assistant Chief of Staff for CMO, G7. For non-GSC eligible, example, Noreen B. Kalawagan, Major, Adjutant General Service, Philippine Army, Admin Officer, OG7, 2ID. For General Headquarters and Armed Forces of the Philippines Wide Service Support Units level, example, Eduardo M. Año, General, Philippine Army, Chief of Staff. Ruel N. Surilla, Brigadier General, Philippine Army, the Adjutant General. Ronald N. Milan, Lieutenant Colonel, Philippine Army, General Staff Corps, Chief Admin, Office of the Adjutant General. Commanding General, Commander of Major Services, Area Command, Specified Command, Brigade, Infantry Division, and Philippine Air Force and Philippine Navy equivalent. Example, Braille V. Vartilet, Major General, Philippine Army, Commanding General. Officer who is a graduate of both GSC and MNSA assigned in General Headquarters. Mirna V. Romero, Colonel, Philippine Army, Master in National Security Administration, the Adjutant General. For inactive officers, for example, Sharon R. Racelis, Colonel, Masters in National Security Administration, Philippine Army Reserve. Number 3. List of enclosures. These are supplementary documents sent with communications to provide additional information. When a letter has one or more enclosures, it is typed at the left side page in the following manner. Enclosures. Number 1, DF with 3 comments. Number 2, draft of amendment to AFP-RG 131-052. Number 3, AFP-RG 630-152. Number 4, copies furnished to other offices. A notation concerning copies furnished typed immediately under and separated by at least one line from the listing of enclosures, if any. When no enclosures, notation of copies furnished shall be typed beginning at the left margin of the same line as that of the typed signature. Example of copies furnished: the Surgeon General, AFP, the Adjutant General, AFP. Additional guidelines. Number 1. Use of one side of the paper, except when using prescribed forms or reproduced materials. Number 2. One original and one duplicate are prepared. The duplicate serves as the receiving and filed copy of the originating office. Number 3. Prescribed ink color. A standard black ink of the printer shall be used in official communications. Number 4. As a matter of preference, all correspondence civilian or military letters with the Chief of Staff, Vice Chief of Staff, and the Deputy Chief of Staff AFP as signatories shall be in inverted pyramid or bottom line up front. The concern, recommendation, or action shall be stated first before giving any background on the matter. Here are the examples of a military letter. On the left side is the ROTC level STL, and on the right side is the General Headquarters STL. To summarize our lecture, we have discussed the definition of correspondence and military correspondence, the characteristics of correspondence, the basic military correspondence, the military letter or subject to letter or STL. Thank you and have a nice day.